Hey, great Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, in with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day. And we're coming to you live from Tyler, Texas. That's where I'm at this week. And this is episode number 315 of our 15 minutes to mastery, where we come in to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation to get your day started off on the right foot. What is going on? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great Wednesday morning once again. Today, man, I want to talk about time management. Today, I want to talk about how everybody says that they're so busy that they can't get everything done. That how am I supposed to be able to move my files? How do I have enough time? How can you tell me that there's enough time to get the work done on my files and then sell new houses each and every day of the week? Well, I'm here to tell you, you're wasting time. You're wasting your time. You have no purpose. You're not working with the end in mind. You're fooling yourself into thinking that you got all this work and oh my gosh, it takes so long, when it really doesn't. So check this out. W. Clement Stone, who was a close friend of Napoleon Hill, writes, definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. It's the starting point of all achievement, having definiteness of purpose. That's why you don't get everything done. You got no purpose. You got no purpose behind what you're trying to do. You think you do. You think you do, but you don't. All right. So let me tell you what I mean by this, okay? So when you have definiteness of purpose, you have a clear and defined goal, and you're committed to achieving it with this laser-like focus. Okay. And when you do that, you can truly revolutionize your time. You can truly revolutionize your time management, and especially when it comes to dealing with files, current pipeline, current deal flow. Okay, so what exactly is definite enough purpose? I'm glad you asked. All right, so it's having a clarity of direction. It's knowing what you're trying to get accomplished. And yes, everybody knows what you're trying to get accomplished. You all know, I know you all know what you're trying to get done. What I'm trying to tell you is you don't work with that in mind. You know that you're going to get there eventually, but you don't put in the work, you don't put in the time, you don't actually focus in to get it out of the way and move that file to completion. Because definite of purpose, it involves having a specific goal and taking decisive and consistent actions towards achieving that goal. Okay. And so when you define your purpose with definiteness of purpose, right? Those distractions, your inefficiencies, the letting people walk in your office and distract you, bother you, take you off task. Well, when you have definiteness of purpose, that does not affect you. Okay. You don't start getting on your phone, start scrolling and looking at things, and next thing you know, it's been an hour, and oh my gosh, I didn't get it done. I'm just going to put that file away and I'll get to it later. All right. Because you look at every task as a stepping stone towards the destination, which is getting the deal closed, getting it closed so you can get the home ordered, so you can get the home delivered, so you can get this deal funded, right? So when it comes to time management, we're talking about staying focused, taking action, and doing it consistently, okay? So how do we apply the principle of definiteness to time management, especially in manufactured home sales? Ready? Grab some notes, because this is truly, truly important. And the reason I'm getting into this is because yesterday here at Mobile Home Masters in Tyler, Texas, okay, we've been working together now 10 months, okay, on the consulting program. We've completely redone everything here, and we're seeing on any month anywhere between 300 to 400% increase in volume, in revenue, and in profits from where we were when we started this thing. Okay. 10 months ago. So I'm ecstatic for the progress that they've made here. But now it's time to get to a whole new level. We can turn that 3 to 400 into 800 to 1,000% increase. How would you like to see that in your business? Well, reach out to us. I'll show you how we can do it. But anyway, I'm getting back to what I was talking about. So the one thing I've been hearing constantly, every month, every time we have a sales meeting on Zoom or whatnot, is we just can't get everything done on the files. And how would you expect this? Because my whole idea, my concept, with the way that we work and I work, and one of the principles that I teach is no work on current business after lunch. Once you're done with lunch, noon comes around, that's it. You should be eating your food and moving on to new business. But how can we do it? It's not enough time and blah, 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 this and that. Bull crap. There's plenty of time. You just aren't focused. So yesterday, I said, here's what we're going to do. I grabbed one of the sales guys. I said, we're going to get all of your pipeline knocked out today before lunch. Went in, did deal review with the GM, got all my notes and everything that needed to get done. And we went into his office, and we, over the next 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, 2 hours, 10 minutes, got everything done. Took every one of his files, 9 files that he had working currently. 9. Okay. Some of you maybe have more. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you have between 15 to 20. That's where it needs to be. But here's the thing. Let me just explain what happened. We went through those 9 files. From making calls to sending text messages to calling banks to calling customers and calling the lenders and getting everything in order, collecting conditions that were missing. And the few things that were left, it's just a matter of everyone knows what needs to get done, what we need to get, and with a time stamp and time required from us to them. We're expecting those things before the end of the day today on the 2 or 3 things that were left off of 9 files. We have 9 files that, in essence, in one day, 2 when we get what we need today, 2 days, right, will be clear to close. And so you may say, okay, great, that's 9 files. I've got 20, Caesar. How am I supposed to do it? Well, you know what? You do that from the day you take the deal. If you do that on the day you take the deal, you're not having 10, 15, 20 deals that you got to do that to. And that's how we apply it to here, right? So anyways, when it comes to what we do in juggling all these tasks and files at once, right? Here's what happens. You put a little bit of work into this file, right? And then, oh, wait, well, that reminds me, I got to do this over here. And then you grab this file and you start working on this. And, oh, but you made the call, they didn't answer. And you just, well, they didn't answer. So I left a voicemail. We'll see what happens. You have no notes, first of all, of what you're doing. Second of all, you left a voicemail, but you're not ensuring that the customer actually received it by sending an email and sending a text and telling them that you need it by this time today or tomorrow, and that you need a reply stating that they received the text message. You're not being definite. You're not being committed. You're not setting things in motion when you simply do some stuff and make some calls and others, and then you throw it all in a pile, and then you forget about it. Your customer never even knows about it, and no one is moving anything forward. And then it's 2 weeks later, and you still haven't done anything else on that file. And all those unfinished tasks leads to you feeling overwhelmed and feeling like you don't have enough time. And how can I get it done? All right. So definiteness of purpose emphasizes task completion. I grab a file and I am going to get everything, clear everything, make sure that I have everything. My GM, my ops manager, whomever you've got has everything they need to know, or at least a plan of action. Hey, customer is going to get us these things by this time today or this time tomorrow, so that it's out of your mind. You're done. You don't have to take up that mental bandwidth in I don't even remember what needed to get done. We haven't made any progress. I'm not getting paid because these houses aren't getting delivered, and so forth and so on. Now you can focus in on your business when you work that way, having that definiteness of purpose, right? But so many fail to apply that principle. One, because You haven't been made aware of it. You know what you got to do, but you haven't truly ingrained the concept of getting everything done to completion. Work a file to completion, right? You want to multitask. Multitask is bull crap. All right. The brain was not made to multitask. The brain is designed and operates to get something done and then move on to the next thing and then to the next thing. All right. Your computer may have 10, 20 tabs open. Your brain cannot. All right. So when you think you're being productive, you're actually not when you're multitasking, right? You're leaving a whole bunch of tasks incomplete. You're adding stress, being inefficient. When you're constantly having to go back and grab all these files at different times, blah, 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 all this stuff. And you feel overloaded and nothing gets done. All right. That, my friends, is what happens when you are not working with definiteness of purpose. So if you want to take your career, you want to take your efficiency, you want to see your files moving, you want to see your house hitting the ground at just light speed is as it relates to manufactured housing, right? You need to work with definiteness of purpose. You need to understand, I'm taking this file to completion. Mr. Customer, great. I appreciate you doing business with us. And here's what we're going to do now. We're going to get everything done right here. Since I have you in my office, we're going to take these next, whether it's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, to get everything complete and done, from getting deeds, tax statements, IDs, social security cards. Hey, you don't have a social security card, you got to set an appointment with social security department. We're going to do that while you're here. We're going to get pay stubs. We're going to get W-2s. We're going to get everything so that I have everything that we need, or at least I know when it's coming to me. And when you do that, you don't have to spend hours on end in deal review, wasting time doing those things and then feeling like you're not getting anything done. So what are the best ways to get this done? One, you have to work with the end in mind. Always. When I'm on the phones, my end game is to set the appointment. When somebody comes in, my end game is to sell the house. When I sell the home, my end game is to get everything cleared day one or the next day. And that's it. I'm done. It's off my hands. Specs, home order, all of that stuff. Always working with the end in mind. Prioritize one file at a time. One file at a time. Next thing is block your time. I'm telling you, when you have meetings, block time in the morning. Get the deal file work in the morning. You'll see that you do this 2-3 days in a row, man. Next thing the housing consultant I worked with yesterday, today his follow-up is all of 10 to 15 minutes. 3 things that he needs to follow up on. That's it, because we got everything else done in 2 hours and 10 minutes. It wasn't even an all-day thing to work 9 files. It's not as much as you think it is. It's just you're not working with that purpose to get it done. All right, so block your time and you'll see just how much more effective you're going to be. Track the progress to completion. How do you know what's getting done? What still needs to be followed up on? How are you, whether it's in the CRM, whether it's on the deal board, whatever it is, you need to be tracking to make sure you're getting. And then lastly, avoid overcommitting. Do not overcommit yourself. Sometimes no is a complete sentence. Keep that in mind. Use these things and watch your career go to a whole new level. Watch your income go to a whole new level. Watch your productivity go to a whole new level. If you guys want some help with this, reach out to us here at Manufactured Home Sales Masters. What we do, we help take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. You've already heard me say it, and I will continue to say it because that is what we do. That is what I'm passionate about. So this is not frustration. This is passion. Passion for what we do, love for what we do, and love for helping you do it the best way possible. You guys have a great Wednesday. Go on out there, attack the day, work with definiteness of purpose. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.